So you might have heard a motivational speaker say something on the lines of be yourself. Everybody else is taken. And that threw you into a lifetime of confusion, self-doubt, and even depression because what was meant to be a little piece of advice slowly blew up into this existential problem. Yes, I know that went downhill pretty fast, but today we're talking about originality. And there are two things I know about originality. The first being that it isn't what we make it seem. And the second is that many people don't believe that they are unoriginal until somebody else points it out to them. But first of all, before I go down and break this whole thing, I would love to explain what I mean by originality. When I'm talking about originality, I am talking about it in regards to individual personality, creative ideas, and that type of thing, as opposed to the quality of a thing or a product. So, for example, I'm saying, oh, that idea is original, as opposed to saying, your watch is not original. Now that we're getting that out of the way, I would like to start with the first thing, which is the fallacy of originality. Now, when many people think about originality, they think about it as this never before seen genius level out of this world glitch in the universe kind of phenomenon. However, to be honest, originality is a lot more humble than we think it is. So let me give you this analogy. Most times when we talk about originality, we think of it as, let's say, there's a chef, right? This genius chef who creates a dish that has never been created before, and you're like, wow. But for many of us, originality is going to look more like learning how to cook and adding more pepper than the cookbook prescribes because we know that we love eating spicy food, right? And this is not to trash the chef and say that what he did is not original. But if you understand the humility of originality, then you begin to see that the reason this chef made this out of the world dish that has never been made before is because he understood the unoriginal fundamentals of cooking. Yeah. Now, the second thing is that people don't feel that they are, or people don't believe that they are unoriginal until somebody else points it out to them. I remember last year, my younger brother wanted to start his tech YouTube channel, and actually he did start it, and it was doing pretty good, uploading videos and everything. And then one day, one wise guy decides to go to the comments and say, "Oh, you are copying this big YouTuber, right?" And I remember my brother feeling very sad and trying to erase everything about that. And I'm pretty sure that if you have dabbled into anything creative with the intent to show other people, that you might have experienced this wise guy who is probably angry at the world and has probably never made anything in his life tell you that you are a copycat while forgetting that he is doing a bad job at copying the devil. I rest my case, but that actually brings up this question. What is wrong with copying? Maybe you don't realize it, but you have been copying all your life. It's the way you learned how to talk, it's the way you learned how to write, the way you learned how to fix the gen or put your wallet in your back pocket to help needy pickpockets. The point I'm trying to make is that you have been copying all your life, right? Your ideas, your dreams, your worldview, they're not originally ours. So many things go into shaping us, and that is what makes us unique. Copying. If you doubt me, probably because I am youngish, angelically handsome, bearded, and maybe somewhat inexperienced, then maybe listen to this older, slightly less attracted, non-bearded, more experienced guy. Cue in the video.
Nothing we do is original. All the business concepts and all the design things that I'm talking about today are regurgitated information from what I learned from my professors from school, from watching other YouTubers, from reading a book, and that person got it from another person, and if you backtrack all this stuff, a lot of it starts with this person, and it doesn't really matter. We're still thinking about the things that Socrates said, or Plato.
Oh, I didn't see you there. I was listening to someone slightly older. So I recently put up a picture on my Instagram feed, and it was inspired by the artwork of a Nigerian artist and my somewhat unhealthy love for collage art. Also, my newsletter, The Career Amateur, which, if you aren't subscribed to it, I don't know what you're doing. There's a link in my bio, or I'll drop it in the descriptions. But my newsletter is heavily inspired by Seth Godin's newsletters and also Simon Sinek, right? I really admire their short, punchy style of writing. Of course, I'm not going to sound like them, but definitely you're going to see the influence. And this brings me to a sub point, and that is that except you're trying to plagiarize somebody else's work, that your attempt to copy what they do would not be perfect. And that's fine. It's awesome even. Austin Kleon, in his book, Still Like an Artist, states that as human beings, it is impossible for us to make perfect copies. Which is why you should start that YouTube channel or start sharing your thoughts online. Maybe you're not going to say anything new, right? And maybe there are people who you look up to that you know that, well, you're going to sound like them or say some of the things that they have said or done, some of the things that they've done. But don't be nervous. Don't worry. The best you could do is to make an imperfect copy. And to be honest, the world needs your imperfect copy. So what am I saying? Copy, copy, copy from as many people as possible. As far as your plan isn't to pass off somebody else's work as yours, which by the way is totally horrible and like yuck. I'm sure that one day all these your imperfect copies would evolve into your unique voice or creative expression. To be honest, this video could be titled How to Find Your Voice, but that's something for another day.